Well, it's not following us in the village. Only out where it's dangerous and not location safe. Geese are actually pretty dangerous, so I wouldn't want to fight one. I mean, it's true, geese are dangerous. Don't provoke them. There we go.
What do you want?
Your hat to stop flickering about. It's a weird glitch and I really don't know what it's about.
Did you post this notice?
About the Devourer's teeth? I need 10 for a love potion.
Here they are.
Thank you.
Our teeth, there we go. We've got to keep 2 because we have 2 in do this battle. This leaves us with Heat of the Day. Meaning, unless it's a hidden side quest somewhere, all we can do now is focus on the main quest. And I have no problem with that. It means we can focus on the narrative. The game's having these weird hiccups. Well, I'm thinking it's the game and not my computer. I could be wrong. I don't know if they'll show in the recording either, but... Blacksmith's son. Blacksmith. Blacksmith, he was also very knowledgeable though. He did seem like a decent fellow.
Maybe I should meet him.
Maybe you should. Never know what happens.
You, sir, step here.
What is it?
I overheard you speaking with my wife. I have an offer for you.
Not interested in partying with your charming demoness?
My wife exaggerates about the frolicking. As a man, you understand innocent entertainment harms no one.
What do you propose?
A fork spell will put the succubus to sleep for a while. My wife will calm down and afterwards, I can quietly awake the succubus. I'm tired.
Can't do that though, because we already handed over the things.
Yes?
It's nice that there's, you know, multiple ways to handle that. Handle the side quest.
Can you reassemble a shattered mirror?
For 100 orens.
That's kind of cheap.
Deal. Take the pieces. I'll pay you when you're done.
How much later? Can you just talk to him immediately?
No pain, no gain.
No, we can't. Probably a good way to get yourself set up for side questing. No poker basics. I don't have anything left to do. Talking to the chief, he's an interesting guy. I think he's cool. Not cool, you know, but he's a decent man.
Beastie Beta?
And of course, Beastie Beta is an amazing term.
Any non-humans around here?
Elves live on the shore. Pretty disagreeable lot. I thought to give them leftover food. They looked at me so cold I nearly froze. They're a strange bunch. Still, I've enough to do here in the village without worrying about them.
I see.
I have a vague memory of us hearing that conversation before, but I haven't already heard that.
What can we do?
Take his fish. We could enter the inn and store that book. At the same time, I'm afraid of the inn. I don't want to enter inns more than necessary. Because, well, to be frank, inns are dangerous in this game for some weird reason. I'm recording long enough for this to be, you know, long enough part for even just a fraction of a part. And I'm lazy because I don't want to cut things together in order to change the quality. Sometimes I remove stuff if I suddenly get a call, for example. I can't just easily fix it. Also, time tracking, stuff like that. I'll get screwed over if I don't record from a certain point of time and then to a different. I mean, it's weird and I'm just handling it all very inefficiently, I suppose, but I don't know. So do we have anything? We have the 3 things that we could turn into white gold. Which I'm thinking is what we should do. And then just meditate for 24 hours. Or 23 hours. No longer allowed to. Just need a campfire. Fireplace. Wasn't the one out by the collapsed bridge, or am I making stuff up? Let's go check, actually. Otherwise, there's going to the lakeside or to the fields. Out there, there's definitely a bunch of fireplaces. This music, man, it's great. I love it. It speaks to me on a, maybe not spiritual level, but it definitely touches me. It's touching. Mason, Han, Pat. Those people seem interesting, and we haven't seen those before. So let's make a save and go chat with them. Maybe that'll give us something to do instead of just brewing potions for 24 hours.
Greetings. You'll not get any further. The bridge is destroyed.
It doesn't look uncrossable.
There's just forests and meadows over there.
Thanks for the warning. Need a witcher?
You're a witcher.
Yes.
Sir?
Need a witcher?
My life's work stands at the edge of oblivion. You alone can help.
What's the problem?
I had a dream. The river ghosts begged me for assistance. Me, a humble servant of the Lady of the Lake. A lifetime's chance to show my devotion.
Sure.
The old bridge I tended fell into ruin, yet the ghosts remained attached to it. They asked me to restore it to order.
How can I help?
What my son and I erect in daytime is destroyed each night. I'll wager it's damnable Griggs.
My help will cost you.
Do you wish 400 orens, or a book about spectres and the King of the Wild Hunt? Or you can have my son's help during dangerous excursions. He's an excellent archer.
Let's trade.
Visit the old wench in the village. Beware, she's a witch, but she may know some means of driving off Griggs.
All right.
That's probably Abigail we'll have to talk to.
Greetings, sir.
Never mind the sir. I'm Geralt.
'Tis a true honour. Geralt.
How are you with the bow?
Best in the village. I can hit an apple at 50 paces.
Great.
Yes?
Don't you want to be a builder like your father?
Not really. When my father refurbished our hut, the doors wouldn't close. The stairs are such that even the cat fears them, and when it rains...
I see.
Besides, I prefer to use my bow. One day, I'll enter a tournament in Vizima.
Good luck.
Yes?
Farewell.
Interesting lot. So back to Abigail. Oh. The Griggs accepted our gift and left us a 4-leaf clover in return. Oh, that's when we just ran around finding the Stantons and so on. So we don't need to talk to Abigail anyway.
Sir?
Sequence breaking.
I made a deal with the Griggs.
I'm impressed.
They won't bother you while you wear this 4-leaf clover.
Perhaps I can finish the bridge before the first snowfall. Your reward.
We already know about Spectres and the King of the Wild Hand. We don't need the sun's help, that'll just put him in danger too. So, money.
I prefer gold.
400 orens, as promised.
Thank you.
So if we look in our journal, what's this? We know about wraiths and we know about, well, the Wild Hunt, which is a type boss, not just type beast. He has a really cool design though, I dig it. Wanna mess with the giant centipede? It's right next to it, so... Looks like Griggs. We know that now. No, go away. We don't want to fight giant centipedes. It's a fun little quest. I wonder though if it required us to get this long in the main quest before it showed up, or if it's just a matter of us never going to the collapsed bridge during daytime. Might be the latter. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we went there during the day. Now, being the cheapskate that I am, we will go by Berengar. Let's see if he's up to something. Unrest are free. Unless, of course, a few hours here has been enough to let the blacksmith work. I remember early on saying I wouldn't hold down the old key all this much, but
besides, travelers always find hospitality here.
it's so convenient, and I think the game's made around it. So, that's a sword.
Yes?
That's interesting.
Is my mirror ready?
Like new. Now, 100 orens?
Nice.
Here.
Let's give it time to collect the money and all that. Find the noon wraith to see if the legends about mirror are true. To win. Dandelion knows my balance and so on. I'm willing to take a risk entering the inn for him with Dandelion, maybe storing the book and then legging it again. Before we do so, though, we'll do this. For the game save to disappear. Now, I'm just paranoid as ever, but
Geralt?
See ya.
okay. Let's not talk to the female innkeeper, just for fun.
How can I help?
One thing.
Yes?
Really just to avoid accidentally running into an issue of having a too long conversation and then the game just crashed on us. But we managed to survive the tavern. It seems being paranoid is the word to keep it away. Middle of the day, more or less. There's so much to love about this game, really. I truly mean that. With the fact that the story is engaging. The third chapter, we both had the return to something I was going on about earlier, with the evaluation of the contents of this game. And the third chapter is investigating a criminal organization and solving the family stuff. Figuring out what is best for its special talented person. Putting them in an environment or in the hands of someone who, while they might have ulterior motives too, know what's best to do with people with those gifts. Or put them in the hands of someone who's completely ordinary and mundane, and profane, to use the opposite of sacred and supernatural. Completely pedestrian is probably the best word. Because that's actually a crazy thing. So it's better to, just keep your nose down and bury yourself in mediocrity to avoid getting pointed out in a negative fashion. Or is it best to just say fuck the haters and then try to be the best you can be? Of course, this goes with the mentality that you are your gifts. In some ways I would agree with that statement. It's like the stuff I'm good at, that's confirmed by the people too. Funnily enough, those parts end up being vital parts of your identity, because it's what you end up doing a lot of, because, well, that's just the way the world works and people work. What you're good at is something you find interesting, or will find interesting, and then the more you do it, because you find it interesting, you'll be doing a lot of it, you'll become even better at it. Now we have a... Let's see if this works.
Follow the noon wraith. Come with me.
Alina, gaze in the mirror.
Alina?
Take a good look.
It's...
So romantic.
I am Alina. I must hurry. I am to marry soon.
Alina, you're dead.
Why do you say so? I feel wonderful. If a trifle cold.
Strange. It's hot as hell.
I must gather raspberries for my beloved.
Why did Alina's soul refuse to leave? I can sense her happiness now that she's thinking about her wedding. She doesn't know she's a ghost.
Maybe Nehelenia's mirror is not enough to break the curse.
I heard a story of a noon wraith who wouldn't wed a Nilfgaardian, but I don't remember how it ended.
A legend, you say? Maybe I should ask those who know folk wisdom. I promised Julian I'd free his beloved.
Geralt, do you love someone?
Me? I don't know. I do, but that's none of your business.
I do, but that's none of your business.
I know. You love Triss.
Continue looking for a way to put Alina's ghost rest. But someone knows folk legends. That's Dandelion. Without a shadow of a doubt, because he's a poet. Attacking seems to remember who she used to be. Wasn't enough to put her to rest, though. Get further, aren't there shortcuts to this folktale? No, there aren't. And that's good. It makes it all more witchery. It's another good thing about this game when it comes to... Every chapter has its monster-solving problem, monster-solving issue. It's a riddle, really, to everything. It's not just go to location X and kill creature Y or person Y. There's always... If it's just go to this place and murder someone, it's as a means to an end. To acquire something, to actually get you to your goal and your destination. So just the salamander, or the salamandra ciphers and so on from the third chapter, where we killed some people in the sewers, just get the codes and all that. It was to get their codes we did it. It wasn't just to kill them to solve the problem. And when it comes to the monsters, it's not just kill them and the problem is solved. It's lift the goddamn curse. Now, that's us entering the village, so we will move this. And we will actually save over this. Just in case, you know, the save deleted and game saved. I like that it goes in the actual order of things. And now let us see if Dandelion knows something. There's Julian, and there's Dandelion.
Geralt?
Dandelion, I need to figure out how to help Alina's ghost pass on.
By some stroke of chance, Alina acquired a Nehelenia's mirror, a rare and powerful device used by prophets and oracles. It could foretell the future accurately, though sometimes confusingly. Alina consulted her mirror often.
The mirror didn't help. Alina is still floating around the fields.
Maybe it lost its power.
No, Alina knows who she is, but she refuses to accept her death. How can I persuade her?
What if she could see her sister?
One problem. As a night wraith, Selena only appears after dark.
Selena. That stormy hair we all know, a hand raised to her lips. It's Alina. Alina. Her fingertips. Something's not right there.
Selena sounds better. Never mind, concentrate. You can compose a ballad later.
Sometimes at night, Adam listens close. 'Tis Selena's ghost. Lovely, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, lovely. I was thinking, people say art and magic are kin, right? So why don't we try poetry to keep Alina around until her sister arrives at dusk? I need you to write a poem.
So, what should I write about?
Death, Dandelion. Alina is dead, and her spirit roams the fields in daytime. Somehow we have to get her to understand that she's no longer among the living.
Not your everyday commission, but I'm a professional. Any instructions?
Don't provoke her, and no jokes. She's dangerous.
I'll need time.
You have until sunset. Meet in the fields before dusk.
Let's fight till out of here before anything goes wrong. And we got a good old save. Neat. So, Dandelion agreed to sing for the Noon Wraith until dusk. We're due to meet him in the evening by the raspberry patch in the fields. I'm due to meet Dandelion in the evening by the raspberry patch. So, dusk. Oop. Ah, wrong buttons all the time. Plenty of time. Any other quests? No. An armor. I mentioned the crib down in the fields, but we found nothing there, meaning I'm assuming they either rewrote the dialogue and forgot, or they rewrote the gameplay. So yeah, we are to return. Let's see. Find a fireplace. A campfire. Whatever. And then there's the wolves there. I'm going to look at them. Killing them would give us some XP, but we're not really lacking XP. Might give us Dark Tallow though, so why not? Oh, there we go. Alright, that one was still alive. Beast liver. We can't care more of that. And wolf pills only slag up to 10. Beast fangs though. I think this here, considering it's a bridal garland, it's probably important. That's where the gambling ghost ruins. No Dark Tallow for us. I get the feeling we're nearing the conclusion of this chapter, but I'm not entirely sure. Still got the Berengard situation to deal with too. I suppose, again, every chapter has two things we're looking at. Except for the first chapter, it's all one chain only, I think. I think Alvin hadn't really entered the plot there. Here we're dealing with the curse, the village, and then Berengar, the personal issue. Alvin follows us around and we'll get to chat with him about some things every now and again. I'm asking you to remember our answers. And if I could remember the parts in which we had these conversations, good chance I'd rewatch them. at least the highlights, just to know what choices were made in the end. I'm sure my memory isn't going to be all that bad. Should, or rather, when our choices here become important. Picking flowers, you know, just Witcher things. Raspberry Patch Crypt. Campfires are not being... well, they are, apparently. I am just silly. That's obvious riddles. Or wyverns. I don't know what the correct pronunciation of it is. The word. So I just freestyle it. I go with whatever I want. We spend all our donor brands. I think we might have. Or at least the ones in the secondary blob. $75 XP. We need a lot of it to get more levels of this. Fireplace there. Almost marked on the map, but I'm thinking we should go to one of those closest to the raspberry patch, just to avoid any unnecessary, well, issues. Unnecessary running too. Some moon wraiths. Boot them. And I might have mentioned this before, or 20 hours ago. Maybe even 30 hours ago, I don't know anymore. Now we're past 30 hours at least, because length of paths and length of... Anyway, the amount of monsters we fight is not canon to the books, meaning that there's more monsters just to have something to actually kill. It's part of the gameplay. So all these noon wraiths are just, by all means, for the sake of, well, keeping you occupied or giving you things to do. Would really only be the Midday Bride. Were to do a completely accurate to the lore version of this chapter. Boot the fireplace. Have a sit down. Let's check that we haven't leveled up. Make some white gold. Wait, we're using white gold to make white gold. That seems counterintuitive. Okay, so remove that. What's a potion base? So the white gold was blue, blue, green. Blue, blue, green. Green. Don't use the cool block because it has something else in it that could actually end up being useful later. And another blue, blue, green. Boom, it just works. Till dusk. An hour before dusk. 3 hours of sitting down, brewing potions, Alvin just looking on. And now it's going to be interesting. So it's a raspberry patch again. Behind us. It's over there. Time for some hardcore beastie baiting.